Hello everyone, Reza here. In this video, we will take a first look at Code Apps, which is a new way for developers to bring Power Apps capabilities into web apps built with IDEs like Visual Studio Code. These React-based apps can take advantage of the 1500 plus connectors in the Power Platform ecosystem, manage platform capabilities, and with one click, deploy these web apps as code apps in Power Platform. So let's begin. Power Apps empowers developers of all skill sets, including developers building web apps in IDEs like Visual Studio Code, to efficiently build and run applications on a managed platform, the Power Platform. The benefit? All the Power Apps capabilities are available to Code Apps, including out-of-the-box Microsoft Entra authentication, authorization, access to 1500 plus Power Platform connectors, which can be directly called from JavaScript. Devs get full control over the UI and logic. Any dev with a command line can publish and host their line of business applications in Power Platform. Let's begin with Code Apps. In GitHub, we have the Power Apps Code Apps repo, which is packed with information about Code Apps, how to create your first app, how to connect to data sources like Dataverse, SQL, SharePoint, use custom connectors, and more. Prerequisites: Code Apps requires several dev tools like Visual Studio Code, Git, .NET, Node.js, and NPM to be available on the command line. We will need the Power Apps CLI. Visual Studio Code has the extension for Power Platform tools. So let's begin with creating a code app from scratch. In Visual Studio Code, start a new terminal. I already have a folder in my C drive called Code Apps. We'll use Node Package Manager and Vite to create my first code app. Vite is a modern front-end build tool that's designed to make web development faster. Hit enter. My package, I'll call it my first code app. My project is ready. Let me go ahead, select that folder and load it in Visual Studio Code. Start a new terminal. npm install the node type definitions, the Vite config TypeScript file. I'll update. All of this is in the documentation. Now npm run dev. This will run locally. Let's click. And here is my main source file from my app's root folder. This is my TypeScript React component file that's running on my local host. Control C to stop the local server. Now, let's initialize our code app. I have the Power Platform extension added to my IDE. I'll begin with pack auth create. This allows me to authenticate the Power Platform CLI against my Power Platform tenant. So I'll log in with my Power Platform account. Once I'm authenticated successfully, it will validate the connection and create my auth profile. Next, I'll select my Power Platform environment. Pack environment select -env. I need to give my environment URL. This will be my Power Platform environment in which I will deploy this code app. Go to session details, copy the environment URL, paste, submit, and it's connected me to my environment called dev training. Let's initialize our code app. Pack code init, display name, I'll call this my first code app. Now notice the moment we do this, there is a power.config.json file in our project that gets instantiated. Next step, we will install the Power SDK. We are installing it from the GitHub release. In package.json, the dev server that's going to be used, Vite. Now let's update this to include pack code run and Vite. Under source, we'll add a new file, powerprovider.typescript. We'll paste the following code that's provided in the documentation. And then in the main file, let's import the power provider and update the main file as follows. Now that we've made these updates, let's once again perform npm run dev. This time, if you observe, it will run the Vite server, but also start the Power SDK server. Now we can test the app locally using the following URL. Let's fire that URL in the browser. This is my app running locally. Let's close this. Control C to stop the server. Now to push this app and run it on Power Apps, let's first run the build. Build succeeded. Pack code push. This will push this app on Power Apps for my environment that I set up. Done. Says I can test the app on the following URL. Let's open. This is launching my code app that I built in Visual Studio Code, React based, as a Power App hosted in a Power Platform environment. Signed in as Reza. Make.powerapps.com in my environment. Here is my first code app that I deployed, and observe the type of the app. It's code. I can run the app. I cannot edit from my IDE. I can make updates and then redeploy it to the environment. Details of this app. License designation is premium. Next, let's connect our code app to data. Now, Power Platform has over 1500 plus connectors. And in our Power Platform environments, we can create connections to those connectors. These are my connections in this environment. The command pack connection list, and this will list out all my connections in the environment that I have connected in Visual Studio Code. I get the connection IDs and I get the app IDs. Let's try and connect to the Office 365 users connector. The app ID is shared_Office 365 and the connection ID is right here. To add a connection to my code app, pack code add data source, the app ID, the connection ID. Hit enter, and the data source has been added to my app. It's called Office 365 Users. The source folder, under services, it adds the Office 365 Users Service TypeScript file, which exposes the connector functions. I can use the functions in this file to build my app. I want to make changes to my main app file. We are in the age of AI and copilots. Why not leverage the GitHub Copilot, which I have set in agent mode? I can ask the Copilot to make updates to my app. Build me a profile screen to show my profile information, name, email, and photo. GitHub Copilot springs into action, updates my main app file. It has full context of the connected data source. Done. I'll say keep. I'll ask it to run the build. Continue. Runs the build function. There were some errors. Fixes them. Click continue. Build successful. npm run dev. Gonna run this app locally. Notice the connection. I'll say allow, and here is the result. My profile image, name, and email. In my main app file, it's calling my profile screen. This is where it's printing the name. Let's make a change, save the file. The hot module replacement in action. Immediately, it makes the update. Next, I'll add a connection to SharePoint. Here is my connection ID. This is my dataset, and this is my table. I'm connecting to tabular data, a SharePoint list called work progress tracker. This is my SharePoint list. Let's work with GitHub Copilot. Update my main app file to show data from the work progress tracker data source that I have added to my app. I'll also ask it to run the build. In case there are any errors, GitHub Copilot will fix it for me. The build runs successfully. Let's run it locally. Connect it to powerapps. Observe the connections. And here is the results. It's getting data from my SharePoint list. This is an image of another app that I will provide as inspiration to GitHub Copilot. I've uploaded the image, asked GitHub Copilot to design the app based on it. Here is my app. My server is running. Notice as the changes are made, the app is getting updated live. And here is the app. It's built my dashboard, aggregating data from my data source. Here's my to-do list in the form of those swim lanes. I also asked it to add a feature to drag and drop tasks across swim lanes, and as that happens, go update the status. I can build my React-based web apps in Visual Studio Code and deploy these to the Power Platform. Here is an example of a quick org chart that I built by simply connecting to the Office 365 users connector. Here is an app that is connected to Dataverse. If you enjoyed this video, then do like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching.